Broads Media.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome on into Sports Talk with Broads. This team had a job to do after that bad series in Milwaukee. They had to win 2 or 3. That's what I demanded. And by the way, they did it without Trey Turner, who's been raking, so I think that's extremely valuable too. You lose one of your hottest bats due to the fact that he has to leave for paternity leave, so good for him. Congratulations on the sex. And here we are. We're leaving San Diego with 2 victories. It's a beautiful taste, and they did it behind Zach Wheeler, who on Wednesday afternoon was outrageous. This guy, since the All-Star break, he's back. I'm fully ready to commit again to Zach Wheeler because the dude's throwing a perfect game to a bunch of innings. The guy's dialed into the action, and I can fully support the greatness. Good for you, Wheeler, and good for you, Bryce Harper. Bryce gets out of that awful slump by smoking a 2 RBI double. So you're up 3-0 because of the babyface Bryce. He looks so strange. And I got to call out a very diehard supporter of what we do here, who helps out tremendously. If you're in the Twitch stream, you saw it happen today. What's that, Broads? You're on Twitch? Yes, I am. Twitch.tv/Broads Media Gaming. During the week around 10 a.m., we're live, mainly playing Call of Duty, but we flirt in some MLB The Show as well. So definitely make sure you check us out. But anyway, Amadeo, I'm going to call you out by name because you put in the chat there. I was going to say you claimed, but I don't know if it was a full claim. You showed your Negadelphi life by saying you were getting nervous about Bryce Harper. There's no such thing. The guy's resume is elite. The guy never actually falls apart. He might have a bad game. He might have a tough 20 at-bats. But ultimately, Bryce Harper will always be there. Whatever the hard times are, he gets out of it. Now, it may take no batting gloves, which is the ugliest look in baseball. It may take no beard, which is a hard thing for me to see because I think he's got a good baseball beard. I would bring back the flow completely if I was him, the pure locks. It's amazing. But that's neither here nor there. My point is, if anybody, and I'm just using Amadeo as the example, but if anybody feels like, I don't know if Bryce Harper's going to be okay, the guy does it with the UCL tear, the guy does it with one elbow, he'll be all right. So you are wrong to feel scared about Bryce Harper in a random stretch throughout the season where he's having a little bit of a hard time getting on base or knocking in some runs. He'll be all right. Now, I don't know about Michael Lorenzen. I don't know if he will be all right. He sucked. He was awful on Tuesday night. The whole entire team was. Nick Castellanos batting in the 2-hole, grounded out into a double play 3 times, which is realistically impossible, yet he found a way to do it. Now, since I already called one person out, I feel maybe that's just what this show's going to be. I'm going to call out my cousin. That's right, Taylor, if you're listening, I love you. This might be the second time I'm calling you out mid-show. When Rob put the lineup out and Nick was batting second, and then we saw some tough at-bats, I saw Taylor take it to Twitter. And Taylor hit us with, Rob, I'm blaming you. How dare you put him in that position? How dare you bat him second? Dude, that's impossible what we saw. There's no way in hell you could have seen that coming. I got no issue with Rob, with Trey Turner being out, slapping Nick Castellanos there. That's okay. That's not stupid. That's not dumb. He's batting one of your better bats at the top of the lineup. It's not rocket science for me. Kyle Schwarber can hit a homer. I want him getting a lot of at-bats. Nick Castellanos can hit homers. I want him getting a lot of at-bats. It just, unfortunately, ended up being one of the weirdest and strangest outcomes, to the point where Tom McCarthy is looking back from 1940. I swear he went on for 5 or 6 minutes trying to get all these stats because it was so numbing that someone could actually do that. That's 1 in a billion that we see Nick do it. And if you keep seeing me looking down, I'm in the middle of my fantasy football draft. I am in round 13 at this point, so we got majority of the meat and potatoes. So I'm just getting to the late picks and whatnot, and I'll be all right. I got my head on a swivel here. I'm just upset with my cousin, as you can see, because I don't think you have to blame Rob Thompson there. This should be a happy day. So I'm a little upset with myself bringing up a lot of the negatives, but this Phillies team walked 7 times on Saturday night. I'm so used to doing these recaps in a way on the weekend where I put more than one game together on Tuesday night. All my days are screwed up because of the holiday. I forgot to put my damn trash out today, and my trash is overflowing because we're getting our house remodeled, and there's a bunch of crap that can't even fit into the trash cans. Now my wife is mad at me because we have to wait until next Tuesday for them to come pick up the trash from the township. I'm always getting in trouble. Always. On Tuesday night, they walked 7 times. And then you look at the pitch count, and you think to yourself, that isn't real. He's got what? He's got how many pitches after 4, after 5? That's because in 1 pitch or 2 pitches, they're getting the double play again. Sometimes they make you feel awful. Kyle Schwarber, greatest leadoff hitter of all time. After that happens, you load up the bases and you come up empty. Dude, seriously? This is for the series. You're on the road. Now, of course, because you're on the road, JT Realmuto welcomes the power in his bat because this guy rakes when he's not playing in his own ballpark. It's insanity. But of course, you were going to see a home run, right? Because that's what the guy does. I'm just proud of this team for answering after the disgust of Milwaukee. You might not love exactly how it looked because, yeah, Game 2 was disappointing. They no-showed. They didn't compete whatsoever, and one of their starters who threw a damn no-hitter for you has just fallen off since then, and I'm sure there's a portion of Rob Thompson inside that goes, see? This is why. When Rob looks in the mirror, he thinks, see, this is why I always baby my guys. This is why I don't let them throw 120-plus pitches. This is not the reason this is why I don't ask them to go deeper into a ball game because they can't hold up, especially somebody that hasn't had the amount of innings that Michael Lorenzen has had in his career. This is unwatered or unfiltered territory. What? I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but this is uncharted territory or uncharted times. Does any of this actually make sense? Once again, welcome to the show. I have no idea. God bless your soul for even being here. Wheeler looks great. This team is playing good baseball right now. They win another series. Do you have faith in Lorenzen? No. Do you have faith in Walker? No. This is why we keep walking and talking ourselves into circles with the whole Aaron Nola thing, because when Aaron Nola looks uncomfortable, everyone says that you can't put him in. You have to. You have to, because there's nowhere else to look right now. It's scary. That part of this team is way more of a concern than what the bullpen is. The bullpen will be fine. Doesn't mean they go flawless from this point moving forward. There'll be another blown save. It's the starting pitching. It's a crapshoot right now. What the hell do we do with that? I don't know. The way you're winning games with this is pretty remarkable, but it's a flip-flop of what the season was prior. Hold on a second. It's my turn here in 2 picks. So I'm going to look at, let's see. Yeah, we'll go here. I'm just adding some things to my queue. I think it's my year. For once, I think it's my year. All right, so why don't we go to the Anytime Hotline and take a listen to you and your thoughts on this game. Let's run it.
Hey, bro, I just want to say good win for the Phillies today. And more importantly, good win on the pitching crew today. Yeah, minus Matt Strom, who didn't look that well in the very end of the game. I think Wheeler had himself a blast. Yes, he did give up that one hit, but I don't know if you would really want to count that. That's just a mishap by Stott. But this was just an unbelievable outing by him. He did have a lot of help from his defense, especially Brandon Marsh. But yeah, 5-1. Harper finally got the first hit at 21 at bats. Happy to see that out of him. Happy to see Schwarber and JT going yard. Happy to see this. Happy to see these guys. Good stuff. Bye.
Oh, I'm glad that you brought up Kyle Schwarber. Because I'm happy as hell that I get to enjoy this greatness nonstop. He's got 41 homers now. The guy obliterates the baseball. How do you not love it? How are you not in love with Kyle Schwarber? He's going to do it in the postseason. All right, he's going to do it with Red October, and you'll lose your mind because there's nothing better. I am convinced that there's nothing better in life than watching Kyle Schwarber swing the baseball bat and smoke one, whether it's off a scoreboard into the second deck. Hell, I don't give a damn if it's a wall scraper. If I get to see this close to 50 times a year, the man has back-to-back 40. I'm going to say it one more time like an idiot because it's so special. Not what I'm doing, what he's doing. Back-to-back 40s for this organization. What a signing by Dave Dombrowski. I actually thought that his interview in front of his locker the other night, where he got asked about his war, because everybody brings up his war. So I'm going to look for it real quick. I wasn't planning on using this, but I thought Destiny was the one who posted it on Twitter. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not Destiny. She does have it. Oh, it was. Okay, I was right. All right, so here is Kyle Schwarber, who gives an answer on what he thinks of the negative replacement value.
WAR number being so low, is it just nerds?
For me, I really don't care. It's not a shot at war or anything like that. I think it's just more of, for me personally, I just want to go out there and win baseball games. I've gotten through the arbitration system and all that thing, and I'm here for years, and now it's time to win baseball games. What we did last year was great, and we came up short. That's what we want to keep. We want to keep getting that spot and hopefully finishing the job. But it's not easy. But that's what that's why I wanted to come here and be a part of this. And we got the team that's we got a really good team that can be capable of going deep in the postseason every year.
What a professional! What a professional! Because I was talking myself through that if I was in his shoes and I'm doing this, right? And this is what I'm giving the team. And look at what I've done in my career, I'd have some more snappiness. Not at Destiny, because I got no problem with that question at all. But for anybody who's questioning me, for the nerds, and I'll use nerds because I think it was perfectly laid out that way, for the ones who use that to tell the story, I've won a World Series. I've hit a lot of home runs in this league. What happened last season when I was in this role too? It's weird. It's odd. There's a lot of success that follows me. So for everyone who believes that because it's a negative WAR, I'm actually hurting this club, take me away. Where was this clubhouse before me? That's what I'd be saying. Now, I don't know if I would label myself a professional baseball player at that particular point if that hypothetical ever actually panned out. I don't know if I truly have the balls to say that, but it's what I'd be thinking deep down. Maybe I do give you some player speak, and then some dope on YouTube who screams into into a microphone in his basement would rip me apart on a night-to-night basis. But whatever. I'm just saying, I don't know, it's weird. The guy is always involved. He's making postseason runs. Teams are trying to make a trade with him at the deadline or with the team that has him at the deadline to improve them at the deadline. I don't speak good grammar. The Boston Red Sox want him to play on their team when they're trying to pursue a world championship for a reason. That's the moral of the story. Great call, though. Bryce slips in a good at-bat. Normally, whenever we do highlight some gross version of Bryce, that's a small sample size, of course. But if it's 20 at-bats, if it's 21 at-bats, whenever it pops off, it pops off. So don't be shocked if back home against the Miami Marlins, a babyface Bryce Harper walks up to the dish and gives you 3 hits on Friday night. Gives you 6 hits in the first 2 games. Has 2 homers this weekend. Nobody would be surprised. Normally, when he shakes it off, it lives for a little bit of time, that shake off, that buzz. Not a little bit of time, shame on me. A long time, because he's great. What's next?
Hey, bros. Happy for the series win against the Padres. They're a dangerous lineup, even though their record doesn't show it. So it's satisfying to see that series win, even at Petco. My only big complaint about this series is that game 2, I think there was some poor management going on. Lorenzen was doing okay-ish up to that last inning he was pitching, and then he just lost it. I don't know. He completely lost his control. I think he's fired, I want to say, 9 pitches out of the strike zone in a row. I don't know why Rob wasn't getting someone up in the pen to try and cover for him, but it felt like some mismanagement on our end. And I don't know, that game up to that point was definitely still winnable. But that digress. We played 500 on the road. We won this series. Let's go home and cook some fried fish.
So with the Lorenzen point, the game was so late and it was such a blowout. I did not catch what Rob Thompson said after the game. So if he was asked and if he did describe his thinking throughout Michael Lorenzen's start, then I apologize. I didn't see much that stood out anyway. The next morning, if something was that massive that was stated, you would see the quotes and you'd see some opinions and all that stuff. I didn't see anything, but I didn't also look for it. I wanted to throw that one in the trash and just win this afternoon with Zach Wheeler so we can shut up and just head home. So I don't know, but yeah, the thing is, I don't know. I wonder. He was walking guys, and that's problematic. That puts you in trouble. You're putting traffic on. Some of those hits were bleeders, though. It found a weird spot in between first and second base. It went in between Sosa at shortstop and over at third, too. It was in a weird no man's land. Speaking of Edmundo Sosa, though, he did make a play on Tuesday night that was sick. He jumped so high, he made an amazing grab. He flashed the leather like he was a netminder in between the pipes, like he's Carter Hart on a good day at the Wells Fargo Center. Moves post to post and gets one on Sidney Crosby. Ooh, as you can tell, I'm a little Matvey Michkov up. I don't know why, but I am. Didn't see that happening. The hell was I talking about? Matvey Michkov, the Flyers. Oh, Edmundo Sosa. Yeah, he made a great play. Some of those Lorenzen hits were bloopers and just squeaking by. Maybe because the exit velocity wasn't super hard, although his command was off. And he did walk a couple guys. Yeah, I'm with you. I can support that if you want to say he could have been removed from the game quicker. Sure. But maybe he was also giving him a chance to work out of it. And if the ball's not getting smoked and scorched and completely barreled up, he was trying to instill some faith in him because, let's be honest, you can't sugarcoat it. He has not been on top of his game. So could it have been Rob managing to let his guy know, we have faith in you, we believe in you? I'm just throwing things at the wall here. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at the messenger. Next one. Why does this happen? Why does this happen all the time now? I save it to my desktop and I put them all into a folder, and then I try and go play one of them, and one randomly doesn't play. So I'll try and find this in Google Voice. I could tell by the timestamps. Let's see here. Okay. I think this one's it. Here we go.
Just keep winning series. That's the name of the game. Isn't it so sweet when the greatest leadoff hitter of all time gets it started with a bomb?
Yes.
Wheels, man, he's got some life on that fastball. I mean, wish he could pitch every game. But, nice to see Hart break his hitless streak. And JT's bat looks like it's heating up, so that's a good thing. Now on to Miami. Hopefully we sweep, but, just keep winning series. That's all we got to do, baby. Go Phils.
That's the name of the game. Peace. That's the name of the game. I'm not going to go too far ahead of myself now and look bigger. Let's see what happens Friday. Because what happens Friday sets the tone for Saturday and Sunday. All right, if they lose on Friday, then you better win the next two. If you kick their ass on Friday, it sets a tone to go kick their ass and sweep them. So let's just see what happens Friday. Friday's a big tell. Just like Milwaukee wasn't the end-all, be-all, I needed San Diego to give me some more information to know where to put my feet. 1 foot in, 1 foot out, both feet in. Where are we right now? Just in regards to this little upcoming window. Not big picture, but where am I right now? My toes wet? Are they soaked? Where am I? I think that was a horrible metaphor. I love Kyle Schwarber. I love Kyle Schwarber. I love Kyle Schwarber. Do you see what happens when somebody mentions the name Kyle Schwarber? I just smile. I think of every beautiful thing in life. Whatever it is. Just beautiful things in life. Because that's what Kyle Schwarber represents. It's a shame that not everybody gets to admire it. All right, well, we'll take one more and wrap things up.
What's up, Broads? Great series win. Great win today. Kyle Schwarber is just the greatest.
Yes.
He is the greatest.
Yes.
He is one of the best athletes in this city. And we're
I want to just interject for a second here. He's one of the greatest athletes to ever live. Continue.
really, really happy to have him. Wheels as well. Wheels is that guy. If we didn't have Wheels, I don't know where we would be, man. I don't know where we would be. But, hey, great win. Let's take it to the Marlins. I don't want to see them in the playoffs. Let's try and end their season.
Marlins stink. The Marlins stink. I'm not worried about them at all. All right, so they're gonna do exactly what we expect them to do. So let's not worry. They'll be okay. All right, they'll be all right. Brought up Kyle Schwarber, didn't you? Kyle Schwarber. He's the best. He's the best. He's the best. All right, everybody, I love you to death. Appreciate it. We'll talk soon. See you later.